Today on Drawbli, we are drawing...
The true meaning of Christmas.
Okay. Not quite. But you can join us by sharing your art online using the hashtag Drawbli and click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. We are not drawing
What
the
does
true...
Christmas mean to you, Ben?
No, that is not what we agreed upon. We said that we were going to draw Christmas ornaments.
Neither of us drawing a Christmas ornament, though.
Well, yeah, a Christmas decoration. A Christmas...
I don't even know if I can draw this.
Well, a stocking, something that you'd put out during the holiday season for those that celebrate the Christmas
The
time.
Christmas times, yes.
Right, which we do. We are a Christmas house.
We're a Christmas household,
That's right.
as you know.
So I have two Nutcracker ornaments, and we have one actual Nutcracker.
Sitting on the hearth, yes.
Yes,
He looks
and
really
he's
good.
red. So I was going to do a red Nutcracker,
Oh,
but I
that's
couldn't
good.
find like a red Nutcracker that looked similar enough to that one. I guess I could have taken a picture of him.
You could have. I took a picture of our Christmas stockings.
You did. My stocking, of course, being the better of the two.
I don't know why it has to be a contest.
Everything's a contest in this house.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You know what? We picked out our Christmas stockings last year, found them at Lowe's. What I love about them is that they look nothing alike except for the fact that they are exact same size and shape, down to the tassel. And I love that. This is also a trend with bridesmaids dresses, where you'll either pick out the same style for everybody and everybody can get the color they like, or this I think is more popular.
Really?
Everybody does the same color, but does the style they like, at least for bridesmaids dresses. I've seen that a lot lately.
I like that.
Fun fact, yes.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. Switch it up.
Mm-hmm.
Why make everybody wear the exact same thing, like a school uniform?
Exactly.
That's kind of boring,
Exactly. So that's what our Christmas ornaments always make me think of.
They make you think of bridesmaid dresses?
Well, the fact that you can have two things that look completely different like this, but are enough in the same family that you can tell they're paired together. So
Well, they're
I
also like right next to each other physically, so that does help.
that part really, really nails it in. I'm going to change my background color so I can see this a little bit better.
So are you drawing both stockings or just one?
I'm starting with one. I'll just see how far I get on the better one.
Excuse you?
Yeah, I said it. I said what I said. And we'll go from there. If I finish it up, then I'll move on to the other one.
I'm just gonna kind of simplify this Nutcracker into something that is, within my skill range.
Mm-hmm.
And then go from there.
You could have
I'm just
drawn him with my good old favorite symmetry mode.
Oh.
You want to go back? You can. I can show you how. It's really, really fun.
No.
It's really fun. Well, you do that all the time in ZBrush, so you're just like, whatever. Symmetry, schmimmetry. I mess with that every day.
No, I don't. I'm good.
Okay.
I think I'll just, it gives it a little flair.
Is that what it
gives
is?
it
Is that what you
character.
call it?
It gives it character. Sure. It's not going to be, as nice as if I had symmetry, but I don't want the symmetry, I want character.
I want character.
Nutcrackers are quite the characters. So speaking of
Yeah.
character,
Are they?
I don't know. They're kind of creepy.
They're really good. They're interesting. So some people.
We were watching
Like
Blown Away. Isn't that what it's called?
Oh yeah.
show.
Blown Away, the Christmas episode.
Yeah,
she
and,
sculpts a whole.
Well, one of the people, I was going to say characters, one of the people on the show. One of
She
the,
is a character.
yeah, no spoilers, but never mind. I won't say.
It's a
So-
super cool show.
It is a great show. One of the characters on the show, collects nutcrackers. And apparently they're all very creepy in her collection. We didn't get to see the collection, but according to her, they're all extremely creepy.
Yes.
And I would have to agree, nutcrackers are pretty creepy. I would say they're like a step above lawn gnome, though. Like, lawn gnomes to me are, if I was still a child and I had a neighbor with a bunch of lawn gnomes, I would not play near that household. Like, I think I would
No?
be too afraid.
I think lawn gnomes are pretty harmless overall. They're not my like go-to for exterior decor. However, have you noticed that lawn gnomes are particularly, not lawn gnomes, but little gnomes are particularly in as an interior fall and Christmas decor? Have you noticed that?
No, I haven't noticed that. I don't know how I would have noticed that.
Your cousin had some in her house when
did
we
she?
went there last year. She had a very stylish
I don't remember
sitting
that.
room, which is what I would call it.
With lawn gnomes?
Oh, not lawn gnomes. Little just felt like Christmas gnomes.
Well, that's a little, yeah, I guess I could see that,
You
but
know-
that's a
you
little
know what I'm talking
different.
about. It is a little different because they're not ceramic. They are not ceramic at all.
No, I don't really like a ton of decoration. I'm not much of one for clutter.
Christmas
things.
really brings out the worst in that. Because Christmas is it can feel very cluttered very quickly, very easily.
Very stuff-heavy holiday.
We might
At least
have
with Halloween,
done-
you eat the stuff and then the stuff is gone.
Yes. Decorating day is always a bit of an overwhelming day in our house because we have to
Because it was
adjust to the
today?
fact, well, roughly. We have to adjust to the fact
We did
that
some decorating today.
it's a lot more clutter in our house than we typically have around.
I've messed
That's
up.
okay. I've just made an elaborate white rectangle.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
Ooh, nice white rectangle.
It's quite fluffy, you see.
Yes, and we're 5 minutes in with a rectangle.
Yes. Well, now we go in and we're going to start making the stocking.
If there's one thing we do right here is just really utilize our time well when it
I
comes
would
to
think
drawing.
so. I like the way we use our time.
I've never misused my drawing time,
I have.
except for maybe on that chinchilla.
That's the only time, huh?
The only time. The only time. Gosh, that chinchilla was rough for me. He was a tough guy. He was a tough nut to crack.
No, that's not funny. I hate that. But I'll leave
What's
it
up
in.
with the old movie? Oh, you'll leave it in. Why I think is
Yes.
that it? I don't listen back. I haven't listened back to some of the recent episodes. Are you editing out all my hilarious jokes?
No, I will leave that one in. You deserve to have that one heard.
Anyway, what's up with like old movies where people have like these fake laughs that don't sound like laughs at all, like the nyak nyak nyak. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like that's not a
do.
laugh. That's not a laugh at all.
It's not a laugh at all.
But like it's used in like is that like just something from an era that's gone that we
just don't
see anymore?
Went away from and never looked back wisely.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, I couldn't tell ya. I just don't know.
Maybe that
I'm
should be
glad
like
it went away.
I feel like maybe that is a character trait that I need to introduce to myself.
Please don't. Of making the nyuk sound.
The nyek sound?
I hate it.
Nyek. How do you even spell nyek?
I guess it would be
G?
N-Y.
No, G.
N-Y-U-K.
Nyek. It's a
Nyek.
silent G.
It's a silent G?
Yeah. I
Maybe
think
you
that
can make it a KN.
can that be the title of
KNY.
this episode?
Absolutely not.
Nyek.
Maybe.
Nyek.
Nyek. The night of the nyet crackers. Ha ha ha! We found it.
Oh, we got it in one.
Ha
Oh god. I can hear everyone clicking the unsubscribe button.
Hear them now.
Oh?
Ah,
Is this your do you know any music from the Nutcracker?
no, that's from Les Mis.
But do you know any Nutcracker music? Oh, well, minus that one.
I know that one.
I know that one. That is that the Night of the Nutcracker?
Night on Bald Mountain.
What's that called?
Night on Bald Mountain.
Are you serious? No,
Yeah.
it's not. Stop. What even is that? Bald Mountain? What? How did you even come up with Bald
That's
Mountain?
a real piece.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, you've heard it before, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, probably. Abby knows like
Da-
tons of classical.
Too much.
Yeah, like
Not too much.
We'll be
It's
listening to
good.
jazz, and Abby will just randomly be like, "Oh, this is this song," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? All jazz sounds identical. It just sounds like jazz, but you'll name a specific song, and I'll say,
I only know the big classics.
shut up. You know them all. I will call you out, and you'll be like, no, and then you'll like Google that exact song, and it will be that exact song. It's honestly a little scary. I don't know how you do it.
I just heard them a lot.
Grew up in that musical house.
The musical house, the house of music.
So what's Night on Bald Mountain, and why is it called that?
Let's see. I think that it is based off of an old folk tale about a young shepherd who, let's see, Night on Bald Mountain.
You don't know.
No, it sounds like the kind where it's set maybe in Germany or Ireland.
It sounds like.
Where the fairies live underground, but they're kind of the dangerous kind where if you go underground with them, you'll never, like for a whole night, you'll never come back up. And I think maybe he has to go get his sheep from them.
What?
What am I thinking of? Somebody tell me what I'm thinking of, because I'm close, aren't I? I know I'm close.
Night on Bald Mountain. That sounds like a really corny horror movie.
I mean, it's a scary sounding piece.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's very dramatic.
Hum it for us. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Stop, we're gonna get... Abby, we've talked about this.
This
The
is
copyright
too
strikes.
old of a song for
The
us to be
copyright
copyrighted.
strikes are gonna get us.
We won't be copyrighted on that.
Our musical talent.
Those who might have cared have long since departed this earth. They have. It is a very old song.
Is it?
2020 it came out, no.
It's ancient. Ancient, yes. I think I'm just gonna stick with the Nutcracker's head here. Oh goodness. Come on, pen. Maybe my iPad just needs to be restarted.
Is it giving you some troubles?
It sometimes like my pen will stop working, or my touch will stop working. My touch? My finger. Like it won't recognize my finger. Anyway, I have not restarted my iPad probably in the past year.
That is a pretty long time to go without restarting your iPad.
Maybe I should update it. Maybe that's what it needs. A nice update. Although I'm a little afraid to update some Apple products because of the forced obsolescence, which are you familiar with?
Yes, I am.
It's a little crappy what happens, but yeah.
I feel like they've faced
those
some
that don't know.
lawsuits over that they've lost, right?
I believe so, but I think like in terms of the money that they've made off of doing it,
Yes,
didn't even matter.
Paid for the lawsuit 10 times over.
Anyway, the idea is, for those that don't know, as your device gets older, you might think, oh, it starts to run slower. And that's not actually what's happening. Enforced obsolescence it sounds a little more nefarious than it actually is, but essentially...
Pretty nefarious.
Sort of. It sounds more than it is. So, forced obsolescence would be, like I said, your device acting slower as it ages and as you update it. But that is typically because the software that is being updated to your device is meant for the most recent hardware, which you do not always have. So if you get that, iOS 16, I think it's on 15 right now. There's so many, I don't even know. But if you get that, that next iOS or that next Android operating system, it could make your device run more slowly because it's made for newer hardware than what you currently have. Which, like I said, it sounds more nefarious than it kind of is, because in some ways it's like, yes, they can't make a new operating system for every single device to work perfectly on every single older device. Like, that's just...
That would be too much. Too much, darling.
That would be absurd. Like, just as
You can't just be asking people to do that. They're Apple. Who do you think they are?
You think they're made of money?
You think they're made of money and time and the latest scientific progress? Absolutely not, darling.
Well, they do have quite a lot of money, but not enough.
Not enough. There's not enough money in the world to keep up with programming phones. You can't do it. Can't be done.
It would be very hard. So I used to be a web developer, and you would have to kind of do a lot of stuff to make your website work for every single internet browser. Because guess what? There's a lot of internet browsers.
Too much work.
It is. It actually is. So what you would do is you would develop for back to a certain point of internet browser. So you would develop for Internet Explorer, which no one uses, but you would also make sure that it worked on like Internet Explorer up to 5 versions ago, which is absurd. As someone that used to do that, it is ridiculous. And every web dev in the world hated Internet Explorer as we were kind of turning around on
Page there.
getting a lot better stuff. Well, better in quotes, like Firefox
Do you miss
and
being a web developer?
Opera and not really, and Chrome. And
What was your favorite thing about being a web developer?
easy? It's easy.
Oh, it's easy. Oh, I thought you said the answer is easy.
Oh no, it's easy.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of easy.
Did you hear that, everybody? It's easy. Get out there and do it. You can do it.
I mean, at least I thought personally, not like. I feel like you don't need too much education to become like.
Well, don't they have those?
Let's say.
I don't know if this is the same thing, but
Like
they
you
have
could
those
do-
tech boot camps, coding boot camps. Is it coding? Is it like a coding thing?
It depends. So
'Cause-
if you're front end or back end, it kind of changes things up quite a
Because
bit.
now they've got 6-week coding boot camps where people can land actual jobs in the software industry, and just after 6 weeks, and I've known 2 people now to have gone through them, and they are quite happy to have done so.
Yeah, it really depends, like what kind of job, because like software industry, and I didn't work in software, by the way. I worked in web.
See, I don't know the difference, I guess.
That's okay. So it really depends. There's like a lot of different things that you could be doing on software. There's, in terms of web, anymore.
I can conceive of the difference. It's just like I didn't realize they were mutually exclusive, I guess.
There's a lot of different programming languages out there. The logic is kind of all the same, but like, if you don't know JavaScript, you're probably not like going to be a front-end web developer. If you don't know C#, you're probably not going to be a software developer. Or if you don't know something comparable, yeah, it really depends on what your skill set is and what you want to work on as well, obviously. For me, I thought I wanted to do, well, honestly, I kind of just did web because I didn't know what else to do. I jumped around a lot in college, and I stuck with web, and I learned a ton of useful skills that I like utilize today. Like I make websites for all my stuff, like
Right.
my website for
That's a really great thing to be able to do.
the Appeal Academy, my website for Polygon.com, which I don't even, it's just a hub. Like there's no reason to like tell people go check it out. There's tons of games on there for you to play. Like there's nothing on it. And then of course the Sculptober website, which I also did. Yeah, lots of fun things. Good skills to have. Internet, it is good.
Yes, good have internet. Language skills need not so much.
I mentioned that as I was learning Japanese, I was forgetting some English along the way.
Oh yeah, because I was like, let's draw chinchillas, and you were like, what the heck is a chinchilla?
A nutcracker? Christmas? Who's that?
What is the true meaning of Christmas?
Yeah, you said, Abby, what is the true meaning of Christmas? That's what you said.
That's what I said. Can't
It's
you see?
stockings?
Stockings hung by the fire with care. Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
I like that you think the true meaning of Christmas is nutcrackers.
Yep. It's all about the nuts. Get cracked.
Get cracking. Yep. Good. Good.
How is your true meaning of Christmas coming over there?
Uh,
Because last I checked, you had a white rectangle.
yeah, I don't think this is the true meaning of Christmas.
No?
No, I think now that I've made a lot of it, it's definitely, I've missed the mark. I'll have to find meaning elsewhere, I guess. I thought I would find it in this stocking, but I haven't. I'll keep searching.
You do love your stocking.
I love our stockings.
I'm sorry. Our stockings, yes. You do love our stockings.
I do.
We do have some nice stockings. I like them a lot. They were a very nice find from a store called Lowe's.
Very nice boutique.
Which is a hardware, what would you call Lowe's?
I don't
An
think
all-purpose
it's
home improvement store.
Yeah. Bruh.
What? Oh, that wasn't a very good one, but that's
No.
okay. Most of the people watching are not gonna get that old reference to home improvement.
I barely get it. It was barely on when I was young.
We watched it when I was very young. Apparently, Tim Allen, is it Tim Allen? Right?
Yeah.
Apparently Tim Allen's been in some hot water lately.
Oh dear. Has he really? I didn't know that.
Old Tim.
Oh, old Tim.
I don't know what he's
Old
gotten.
Tim.
I don't know what he's gotten into, but
What have you gotten into yourself into, old Tim?
oh man, look, are you watching this? Oh, there now. As soon as you look, of course it's working.
Nah.
All right. Well, this, boom, that makes that much easier.
Yeah, got it in one. Good job.
A little cheat trick using layers. Layers are awesome.
They're pretty great.
Have I ever told you about how awesome layers are? So here's a great question. So like you're very new to the whole digital art thing. So is it what you expected? So like layers. Before you got into digital art, you didn't know what layers were, right? Like you had no idea.
I knew things about it without having any experience in using them.
Okay.
I guess you would say. But there's such a huge difference between knowing about something and being able to utilize it. Hence the divide between watching a lot of tutorials and actually being able to utilize that information effectively.
Okay. And do you feel like you've mastered the craft?
No.
Is it what you expected?
Is it what I expected?
It's been so long since I've been like using programs like this that it's hard for me to think of.
I think if I think back to when I first used an iPad to create art, which I believe was your iPad, I perhaps found it a little clunky at first.
How dare you?
Well, because I was used to like drawing with a fine tip of whatever I'm drawing with, and then, but at the same time, like very liberalizing, but also maybe a little overwhelming right off the bat.
Well, there was just a lot that you didn't know how to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my pen. Maybe your iPad's like trying to steal my pen.
Is that? Did you try screwing the tip on a little better?
No, it's on all the way.
I don't know. Maybe we have these paper screen protectors, so maybe it's kind of worn away the tip of your pen a little too much.
No, it's just pressure. Like, it shouldn't matter too much. I don't know. I'll figure it out later.
Later.
Well, we need to be doing some finishing details.
We sure do.
To our drawings.
What are you going to be doing for your finishing details?
I honestly don't know. I'm going to add on some little, what I'm going to call cleanup and baubles. I'm going to add some baubles. Maybe some shading. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do some good things to my drawing, because he's kind of lacking.
As well you should.
He's not looking super
looking
great.
so hot. Aw.
That's okay. What are you gonna do in terms of some finishing touches?
I am going to try drawing a snowflake. Drawing guide. Edit drawing guide. Symmetry.
A little bit of shading goes a long way, they say.
That's what
And by
they say.
I mean me.
So they tell me.
So I've told you. Just a little bit here on the cheeks, on the face. I'll have to do some more with this guy.
Yeah. Oh, is he one you might work on later, you think?
Maybe. Ooh, maybe.
Sometimes it's nice. The idea of going back to working on them a little more is enticing.
Yeah. Honestly, in some ways, yes, but in other ways, I'm like, oh, it'd be fun to like redo this entirely.
Oh, yeah, that too. Just let me take another stab at that.
I am like tapping this with my pen and nothing's happening. There we go. That's kind of annoying. It's like just not working. I might have to, here, maybe if I reattach that little Apple Pencil, get that working again.
Oh my goodness. I'm back in symmetry mode, Ben. I'm back on my symmetry fixation thing.
Isn't that a good thing? Or
It's
wait,
great.
fixation? Have you been drawing symmetrically this whole time?
No.
I have not looked at yours in a long time. Did you decide to do both stockings or just one?
I did decide to do both stockings.
Ooh.
Yes. Ooh, this is
And
kinda...
which one do you like more?
I haven't quite finished yours. Neither is
Rude.
of any particular...
So you spent a long time on yours is what I'm hearing. And you've kind of neglected mine.
Absolutely not. I just created a beautiful snowflake for it. That's why I dug out my radial symmetry mode.
Let's check out your beautiful stockings. Ooh, I like mine a lot more.
Yeah.
AKA the one here on the right.
Yeah. Why is
So,
that?
because it's my stocking.
Oh, okay.
It's way, look at it. Look at the two. It's obviously way better.
Oh my god.
How did you do the snowflake? You said you used some kind of, was it the symmetry tool? Is that
It
what you're
was
talking about?
the radial symmetry tool.
Radial symmetry. Ooh.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun to do.
So
just
can
whip
you
that
like
together.
pick how many it does radially?
I've never tried to pick, but it happened to come with the right number, so that was convenient.
It happened to come with the right
Yes,
number.
I
Well,
had to
that
draw like 4 at a time, but
Gotcha. Very cool. And then this stocking over here, the Let It Snow. So this is your white rectangle that you spent a very long time on.
Yes.
I do recognize that. I like your little shapes here, though. These are fun.
yeah, I just sketched them in. It's a very sketchy look.
Yeah, you're very good at the sketchy look.
Oh, well, thank you.
I wanted to do a more sketchy thing, but unfortunately my pen was not working a lot.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure out what's going
But
on
let's
with
see
that.
what you're able to do with a
I mean, it's
non-working
just that.
pen. That's nice, though.
Oh, yeah.
His hat is very clean. His blush is perfect. His eyes are cool. Look at his eyes.
I wanted to give him a wooden texture. I wanted to give him some speckles
yeah?
and such. But
What would you have used to do that?
just like a speckle brush or
Dry
something.
brush, yeah.
Kind of, and then stretch him out.
Oh, well, if we put him on the fridge, you'll have to add some speckles to him before we.
As long as I can get my pen working again.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what's going on with that.
Thanks for watching, everybody. You can join us by sharing your
Christmas decorations.
or true meanings of Christmas online using the hashtag Drawbli, and click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
a goodbye. The true meaning of Christmas is a nutcracker and a Christmas stocking.
Beautiful.